keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we've got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth, it's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Running to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth, it's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we've got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth, it's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Coming to the energy.
Good morning to you and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. It is the 2nd of July 2025. Welcome to another episode. Good morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Good morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Special morning to the persons in the comment section. Thank you guys for being here for yet another program. And it is really indeed great to be here with you this morning again. Abdul Latif, morning to you. Salita Sokraj, Joseph Sutar, Arnold Hanuman, Walter Fisher. Excuse me. Walter Fisher joining us from Brooklyn, USA. Chef Rocky, good morning to you. Sarah Mosley, Narayan Singh, good morning. Sridhar Rabindranath, good morning. Brian Miguel, morning. Tudnat Prasad, good morning to you. Wasim Nabi, Check Neil, Ganesh Parak, morning to you. Special good morning to Eunice Ragubir, and the sisters as well, Rita and Polly. Alan Khan, morning to you. Suknandan Bod, good morning. Vishnu Chintaman, Prem Prashad, good morning to you. Bisundat Mohan, Rahima Murali, Lenny Lashman, Mohammed Isaf, Robert Ram, Ion Bipat joining us from Barbados. Shanti Tularam, good morning to you. Tara Babulal, Tuliram Chetty, Tulsiram Chetty, sorry. Good morning to you. Soma Bipat, Salome, Gil Ion, good morning. Don Alfonso, Maureen Razio, Asif Ahmad, Lloyd Lal, good morning to you. Gayatri Baldiu, good morning. Philip Diabru, morning to you. Jamila Kayum, Balwan Danraj, Ramela Gusai, good morning. Roger Fong, morning to all the regulars. Bibi Kali Charan, good morning to you. Chris, morning. Zaza Ali, morning to you. Dianan Suku, good morning. All right, morning, everybody. If I missed anybody, there's a lot of comments, so I can't call everybody. Morning to Miss Rita Little, Mr. Little as well. Getting ready to celebrate the big birthday. Kay Watson, morning to you. Carla Daniels joining us from Myconi Hospital. Still on shift, but it's all about commitment. It's about commitment. I often tell this young lady, stop watching what the other people are doing. They might come late, but you do your work. You go and you stay, work at the hospital until they come, and then you take your knock off. You understand? Don't bother with what other people do. You do what you have to do. You show your commitment, and you will be rewarded and exalted. Right? Anyway, guys, let's get into it today. Okay. Right. So as I said, I couldn't say everybody's name, but morning, guys. Thank you for being here with us as we have our morning discussions as usual. So first of all, I noticed that a lot of persons were sharing a section of an interview with His Excellency, responding to questions about the government's use of taxpayers' money for campaigning, and something about a lobbying firm in the US. I'd like to say that the president has always made himself available to the media. And it is funny how it's okay for opposition media. Yes, I have to talk out your business. All of your business I have to talk out. You want me to talk some more? Okay, I thought so. But yeah, it's funny how only the opposition is allowed to choose to answer questions and not answer questions. The president answered the question. You understand? But if it was me out there dealing with probably a Nigel Hughes or an Aubrey Norton, the difference is you saw this president stand and engage. The question was asked, he responded. He even asked some questions as well because of what he may have noticed on social medias or coming from different media houses in relation to how they disseminate information to the public, right? So it's okay for David Patterson and Azardine Mohammed, Cathy Hughes, Nigel Hughes, and these persons to deflect questions and outright not answer them. But the president who's answering you, but it doesn't seem like you're getting the answer you want, so you're going to start badgering the president. It's only the opposition personnel are allowed to do that, or the opposition aligned media houses are allowed to do that, or supposedly opposition aligned media houses. Right? So I posted the entire interview. Well, I should say the interview. It wasn't an interview. Well, it was an interview, but it was like a in passing press engagement, which the president normally does. You understand? And if you remember, I don't think it was last year, the year before, they had an event at GDF when the same two media houses joined forces in an attempt to ambush the president. And because they can, they usually get frustrated. So if you remember in GDF compound, Gordon Mosey and Dennis Shibral, I can't remember what the issue was, but they were on the president's case to get him to say something in a certain way. I think they tried at another event. I think Dennis tried at an early event, and then at the GDF event, Gordon came on board, and the two of them tried to tackle. Same thing happened yesterday. Svetlana Marshall is a creature of Gordon Mosley. She's a creature of Gordon Mosley. So it was literally the blood and sweat of Gordon Mosley standing up there in a corner, and Dennis Shibral again trying to paint a picture. I don't know what kind of picture. You understand? But the president, as usual, is on his toes in relation to dealing with these kinds of nonsense coming out to these individuals. You understand? Now, I don't need to add anything to what the president did yesterday, how he handled himself. He did it quite well, given the people he was dealing with. You understand? Because these same other media houses and opposition members, when I ask the hard questions and persons refuse to answer, they don't say nothing. Azruddin Mohammed, who has been in the political race and his philanthropic work, according to him yesterday, he would have started 5, 6 years ago, and then later in the interview, he said 7, 8 years ago. I would have had more time in the media than that. He is determined that I am not a journalist and I can't ask questions. But I guess that is the standard when you are not elected to office. You understand? So Azruddin has nobody to report to. The Guyanese people did not give Azruddin Mohammed a mandate to lead this country, at least not as yet. And he has that ability to just walk off or decide, well, I'm not talking to this person because in my little brain, I feel they're not of the standard or they're not in the fraternity long enough or whatever it is. But the first thing I want us to look at is something stemming from that same interaction yesterday between the president and the media. Now, I swear to you guys, as never fails to surprise me. When I sit and think it's impossible for any more buffoonery to come out of as steps up his game over and over and over again. Right? So again, like I said, just to make it clear, it's not Svetlana, it's Svetlana, some Svetlana, Svetlana, or some shiverness like that. That young lady is a creature of Gordon Mosley, a literal creature of Gordon Mosley, right? So this post came out of when about 13 hours ago on their page, trying to paint a picture like the president has some issue with women or female journalists. Sunil. No. Hold on, Sunil. Let me deal with you first. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got time with Sunil. Let me just give me a second, people. Give me a second. I see you, Sunil. Hold on, brother. I got you. If he says 13 people watching, then he probably watching on Livewire TV, Facebook, or thing. Let me see. Hold on, Sunil. Just a second, people. I really want to see Sunil comments in my live stream for the entire episode. There you go. Yeah, Sunil, I will go and mop some floors. And I am an Uncle Tom. Thank you for being here. We won't be seeing you much anymore. You have a wonderful day. Please don't come back. Right, Sunil? I'm talking to you long enough before you get his block. Where is it? Yeah, good riddance, Sunil. Right? Yes, good. Yeah, so as I was saying, I wanted to look at this here. So this post was made by Win. President Ali today displayed a condescending and dismissive treatment towards female reporter Svetlana Marshall. No, I am not a female. But wasn't Az's comments condescending and dismissive of me at the court? So if you're saying President Ali is condescending and dismissive in his treatment of female reporters, am I to say what the doubt in the numbers? The doubt in the numbers today. I ain't blocking nobody else. Welcome, trolls. Welcome. I'm glad I'm getting the attention. Take the numbers up. Oh my God. But like I said, so if Azardine is saying that the president displayed a condescending and dismissive treatment towards female reporter Svetlana Marshall, am I to say that Az displayed condescending and dismissive treatment to an Afro-Guyanese journalist? The way Azardine Mohammed behaved at the court when I asked him a simple question was condescending and dismissive. I have more than 13 years experience in the media at various media houses, including Kaichur News. Adam Harris could tell you that. Glenn Lal could tell you that. I've worked there, wrote news to them, published in the papers. So Azardine wasn't condescending and dismissive of me. Isn't that disrespectful to me as an Afro-Guyanese journalist? So is Azardine a racist? So remember, these guys only see things one way. So he don't forget that he was condescending and dismissive at the court. He has already forgotten how his father was condescending and disrespectful to Michael Rodriguez, aka the Guyanese critic. So this is a clear case of pot looking at the kettle and telling the kettle, hey, you bottom black. Right? So as far as I'm concerned, Az should not be the one they're out in the numbers. Look at the racism. Hi uncle. To I got 25 accounts. Oh, so this here is the guy we just blocked. Shit, what was his name? Shock, sorry. He got me using bad language. So he say he got 25 accounts. The PVP got you like a black slave done stug. Will wash his hands after shaking yours. Who answered him? Well, okay. Thank you for letting me know. It's a good thing I never approached Azardine to shake his hand. I was never fascinated by his money, the vehicles, and those kinds of things. Right? Hold on. Hold on. Here. Um, Arim Prasad, you go hold a black too. So we got 2 accounts down, you got 23 more. Go to the others, come and let me block them as well. Right? Go on, Aaron Prasad, and whoever else had just blocked before, since you got 25. Right, so we can block you and any new ones that you create. Have a good morning. So you see what I'm telling you in relation to the one-sidedness of how these people operate? The president is condescending and dismissive to Svetlana Marshall, a female, and us is condescending and dismissive, right, to Afro-Guyanese reporters, right? I hope somebody, some political party takes that and makes that a flyer. I would endorse it because it happened to me. He was disrespectful. I felt disrespected and dismissed by Azadin Mohammed. I've been doing media work since 2010. You understand? No, 2008. When was Carifesta 10 in Guyana? Whichever year was Carifesta 10. Whichever year. Now, what does this thing say? Well, yeah, condescending and dismissive treatment towards female reporters, Svetlana Marshall of News Source. So, like I said, a creature of Gordon Mosley, which stood in stark contrast to the way he addressed a male journalist. Sir, this is exactly what played out at the court. Look how you spoke with Dennis Shibral yourself, brother. As spoke to Dennis Shibral in a respectful manner and was condescending and dismissive to me. I think Dennis Shibral is somewhat mixed, is light-skinned Afro, but I don't know if it's something by a dark. You decide you don't want to deal with me. Look, this guy, KFC watermelon. Listen, the funny thing is, these are most likely, I'm assuming that these are opposition personnel. Now, instead of they attack the credibility of what I'm telling you here, it's racist comments. Right? KFC and watermelon for you, Dunstug. Racist. I will come up every 5 seconds. You get the profiles up, man. I can keep deleting them. No problem. Eventually, we gonna run out. Eventually. Right? Now, in relation to this post by Win, I want to say to y'all, President Ali has a proven track record of empowering women. The president, Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali, the president of this country, President Ali, leads an administration with one of the largest female ministerial portfolios in Guyana's history, with powerful leaders like Minister Vindhya Prasad, Minister Sonia Prague, the education minister that run around this country, billing over, doing over school, changing program, bringing in things to help students, all kind of thing. Minister Manik Chan, Minister Susan Rodriguez, Minister Pauline Sukai, Minister Onij Walran, the amount of Minister Gail Teixeira. So, until the PNC produce a cabinet with them kind of numbers in terms of female representation, us have a seat. Under President Ali's leadership, women have been placed at the helm of critical development sectors: human services, housing, education, governance, housing and water. You don't champion women's rights in a press release. You empower women through leadership. And that's what President Ali does. You understand? Now, President Ali engages with the press fearlessly and frequently. And I want to emphasize on the fearlessly, because they just try to come around in funny. Now, unlike many politicians, more so the former president of this country, the last president of the country, right? President Ali routinely subjects himself to unscripted questions from the media, including people like Gordon Mosley and his creature. You don't see, take for instance, at the Thursday press conference, you don't see the general secretary telling, well, he don't got nobody, no press and publicity officer doing nothing to tell them to get their press conference in or take control of this press conference. You understand? You don't see the president not answering the questions that are asked of him. The president is even look the 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning meeting. Look who get blazed. That wasn't hidden from anybody. So the media had full access to see the president finding out who messing up, who doing the work, who going on, why this didn't do, who going on with this contract, find out who going on. You understand? Now, the president has faced tough questions from male and female journalists alike, and he responds with passion, policy, and facts. Not like Azzuddin Mohammed got a bull cow running to save you. So you may not like the answer or the answers that the president gives, but you cannot deny access. And that is something that Azzuddin Mohammed has been denying the media. The only time the media catch Azzuddin to actually ask a couple questions is as he coming out of court. No other time. We can't catch him. Well, at least he can give me an interview. I know that for sure. But Gordon Mosley get no interview with he. Dennis Shabrali get no interview with he. Travis Chasing get no interview with he. And these are people who you could say are sympathetic to his cause. Right? So, unlike the president, when asked tough questions, you don't get passion, policy, and facts like with President Ali. With us, you get victim mode, evasion mode. Now, listen, this post here by Azzuddin Mohammed, this whatever flyer, whatever you want to call it, right? This is political theater guild. Back to small stage production. As went on Culture Center stage, I put you up there, I bring you back to small stage production. Right? This is political theater guild. Not defense of gender equality. The statement from us, right, is from a political party. If you notice, the journalistic advocacy body and said nothing, I'm actually surprised. That was quite a normal engagement between a government official and media. Especially so when they don't see eye to eye on whatever topic they're discussing. So what the president was supposed to do? Oh, hi, Svetlana. No, we didn't hire anybody. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. How are you doing? You smell good. No. You're asking the man madness, he responding to you, and you going on and on like your hair ain't good, because you ain't hearing what you want to hear. So us weaponizes gender, not to protect women, but to attack a popular president during campaign season. Where were these defenders of women when Minister Manik Chan or Minister Tashira were under attack from opposition trolls? You can imagine Coretta McDonald, and I'm glad that, anyway, don't let me comment on that. But could you believe that Coretta McDonald, with her lovely figure, was trying to body shame the Minister of Education? Coretta, look at yourself. Like, you for real? Talking all sorts of things about how the minister looks and how her body looks. And this was like June in Amsterdam, playing Shabu's in the Forest Lady, right? And it's the hypocrisy that has spin me with these people. So if y'all remember, a couple of years ago, I'd end up abused out a lady named June in Amsterdam on Facebook. Now, unnecessarily attacking the Forest Lady. Unnecessarily. And it wasn't anything about any project she was doing or anything of substance. A woman body shaming another woman. Right? Now here's the twist of the story. Junan, who being body shaming the Forest Lady on Facebook, you know what Junan does do? Junan does make brownies and chocolate and sweet this and sweet that and thing to sell to people. She contributing to persons having to deal with unnecessary weight or being overweight or whatever it is. And abusing down the Forest Lady. And those kinds of things just touch me deep. I never met the Forest Lady in person. I don't know her. Well, I know of her. I don't know her personally. But how could you, somebody who's contributing to a problem, turn around and curse somebody who's trying to better their life or make their life better in some way, shape, or form? Now, mind you, Junan is a little egg ball herself. So I was like, the audacity for you to talk about somebody when you are not at your best weight. You understand? It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's how these people operate. That's how these people operate. Coretta McDonald, who could use a gym herself, definitely could use a gym herself, talking to somebody about how they look. We didn't hear anything from us. Now you interested in women's rights and equality? Selective outrage isn't feminism, ass. It's a campaign strategy. Please don't mix up the two. Now, I want to make it clear. President Ali, during that media engagement, responded to questions, not gender. And in general, based on what I've seen and how I've seen the president interact with the media, he responds to the questions. So if I ask a stupid question, I might get a stupid answer. Well, don't let me phrase it like that. If I ask a question that he feels he needs to defend his government's track record or what they're doing on the issue, he will respond to that. Now, the tone and firmness of a leader's response depends on the question's framing, not the journalist's gender. Look how Odessa Primus get vexed yesterday. Well, not yesterday. Odessa Primus got vexed with Ian Allen for framing of questions. Let me pull up the video quick and show y'all. Just watch this quickly. The hypocrisy of it. Odessa Primus running and nearly beat up Ian Allen because of questions being asked. I think this file too big. Oh, okay, no, it'll upload.
And not.
No, I want. He done with that. I'm done with that. Okay. Where is it? Oh, I think this is it. Ian Allen, right? I think this file, oh, it went up. So,
Surrey Village, Lopino, when the rankings are indigenous Azuri Mohammed.
I'm the manager.
Manager
Campaign.
right?
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you as well. You smell great, by the way.
I smell great.
Look, she's smelling up the man and all. Okay, this thing, but what Ian Allen gonna do with you? What Ian Allen gonna do with you? Jesus, peace. I want y'all to listen to what Odessa says when she walks in and interrupts her presidential candidate from an interview. You understand? So, like, as he got enough sense to rally on his own, he has to be saved by people. I don't want to go back too far.
Can you tell us?
No, my point I'm making to you here, again, the tone and the firmness of President Ali's response was dependent on the questions framing. Look at the tone of Odessa's response because of Ian Allen's questions and how they're framed.
When?
Bobby, I got so much news
But when can I get a couple of names, sir? Because I'm sure
on the 14th you'll see.
on the 14th you will declare.
Yeah.
On the 14th, I have noticed you don't have any sizable support from Afro and Indo-Guyanese. Your backing seem to be broad rather than sincere. Are you buying the support?
Residents, please stop.
No. Ian Allen has been in the media for eons, years. Any reporter, Garden Moses asks too many questions like that. He's playing, he want to put you on the spot. You understand? So, this man is a rich, well, he's not a businessman anymore. He's a rich Guyanese. He ain't got no business. He's a rich Guyanese. And there have been allegations, and there has been some evidence in terms of video online where persons putting down the name so that the boss could come and look for them and treat them nice. Persons putting down their name for good, nice treatment. So it's a possibility for some people to assume that you're paying people to support you. So that was a legitimate question from Ian Allen. Here, Odessa Primus.
No, man, this is not.
we just ask
You stop and talk to the president. No, Anthony, listen to me. This man stop and talk to the president. You can't tell nobody control nobody, because nobody can control you. Listen to me. You spoke to the president. You drive on the broke up road and come in this place. You don't ask the president about the road. Yeah, he's past this man, brother. You understand me? Or you could ask a man, what makes you?
So imagine Odessa wants to determine how journalists ask and interview us. She wants to determine the type of questions, how they are framed. This bringing back any memories to you? You remember when Granger used to have the once every 2 years, you can't even go to a press conference because it was only certain media houses invited. You had to send your questions before. If they didn't like the questions, right? If you didn't like the questions, you couldn't ask. Listen to what she says here.
What make you think you could run any country, sir?
No. He said President Ali has experience in terms of being a minister and he got the term in office. You are somebody without any experience in government, whether high, low, in between, nothing. What makes you think you can run a country? That is a legitimate question.
But sir,
I think they would have asked Trump in his initial stages, as a businessman, we see all these things, but you in the news and business not doing too well and whatnot. What make you think you could run a country? That question was asked to Donald Trump.
We have people who have nobody. You know what? It's not nobody question. It's not the question. It's the structure.
Here is the structure. Is the structure. Is the structure.
Just say, how much experience?
Now imagine the country is a disaster. Where the same country, me, you, Guyanese home here, driving around every day, seeing all things going up, new buildings, infrastructure, new hospitals, new schools, investment in tourism, in agriculture, oil and gas, traditional sectors, soybean farm, solar farm, fish farm, whatever farm you could think about it, doing coconut farm, cassava farm, all kind of thing. And this miscreant, hollering about the country's a disaster. I didn't want to come back to this, but my point was to show you that framing Ian Allen's questions and how they were framed caused an uproar in that village. You understand? Odessa bully the presidential candidate. Said, no, don't listen to you now, because you going to talk what you better say. You understand me? That's what was going on. Right? So, if the president challenges misinformation or misleading narratives, that's called accountability, not contempt. Journalism isn't immune to scrutiny. Svetlana Marshall. Presidents have a right to challenge falsehood respectfully and firmly. He didn't call you out your name. He didn't call you nothing. He asked you a simple question. Have you seen this happening? And you refuse to answer. Oh, because you're a journalist, nobody mustn't question you. Because you're a journalist, nobody mustn't. I think Hannah Mohammed on this live. Y'all see Hannah Mohammed in the comments? Hannah, are you here? Come to the front of the class. Come to the front of the class, Hannah, if you're here. I don't know. Right? So, again, framing is important because we saw framing of questions cause win supporters to almost attack a foreign journalist. Almost attack a foreign journalist in the interior area. You understand me? And if you decide to spread falsehoods about the Irfan Ali administration, he will respond to you. He will respond to you. If you spread falsehoods about the PPPC, the General Secretary will respond to you. The General Secretary will respond to you. You understand? So journalists need to be held accountable as well. Journalists need to be put under some scrutiny as well. You understand? And I welcome it too. If Bernard, Nigel Hughes, David Patterson, Cathy Hughes, whoever decides, well, I am asking you a question at the RTU press conference, and you want to ask me back a question, I won't be like Svetlana Marshall, fumbling and bumbling, but no, I'm conducting the interview. It's me. I would respond to you. Because being genuine, the president asked a legitimate question. Did you see such information online? It's nor yes. Nor yes. Is either you see it or you don't see it. But the mere fact that you are refusing to respond, it leads me to assume that this is something that you may have seen and it may not speak to the narrative you're trying to push. So you are dodging responding to the question because it will show that you are pushing a certain agenda. You understand? Now, when we invest in nationhood, our party is the last party that should lecture on gender equality. Right? WIN's political alignment includes figures under scrutiny for fraud, corruption, and silence on women's rights. Yet they now want to position themselves as the defenders of female dignity. Where is their gender policy? Where is it? Do you even know what a gender policy is? What's their track record in advancing women's welfare, education, or even employment? Where? The only woman we've seen around us and this campaign consistently is Madam Bulko. Right? The only woman we've seen consistently around us and this campaign is Madam Bulko. So again, I'm asking, where is WIN's gender policy? What has WIN done to advance women's welfare, education, jobs for women only, women? Something like what the Minister of India Prasad doing. Right? So I want to say to WIN, the group, ask Madam Bulko, you don't get to hijack women's issues when it's convenient. Right? Especially when you've been silent on real injustices. President Ali doesn't disrespect women. He uplifts them through leadership. Look at his cabinet. Not at this stupid Facebook post from us. Right? A press briefing or a media engagement isn't a spa day. Tough questions get tough answers, regardless of gender. And that's the thing I don't understand. You want equal pay, you want equal rights. As soon as somebody talk to you seriously, oh, now you remember. Now you remember as a woman. Right? Gender equality. WIN, I hope you are listening. Madam Bulko. Gender equality is earned through policy, not press release hypocrisy. President Ali builds platforms for women. Others build propaganda. That's where you get it from us. Calling out nonsense is not misogyny. That is what you call leadership. You're not afraid to say, well, this what you're saying is foolishness. Utter foolishness. You understand me? Now, that are done with us and co. I saw this morning.
No, my name is Stephen Sears, and I am a member of Parliament representing.
And a complete waste to the Parliament and to people in Linden. Right? This is Stephen Sears. He's a member of Parliament and a complete waste to the National Assembly and to the people of Linden.
Representing the Alliance for Change in the.
He is representing, as Onyx Duncan said, failure. Representing failure.
National Assembly of Guyana. In fact, I'm one of the younger MPs.
Oh, God.
And we have been fighting for Guyana and Guyanese over the last 5 years. Of course,
They're fighting for Guyana and Guyanese. We're fighting for them for. We'll fight the day in. Salary increases, increasing pension, increasing because we care. Cash grant, subsidies for families, old people, removal of taxes. What are you fighting for? Infrastructure, schools, healthcare. What are you fighting for? Which set of Guyanese tell you they need y'all to fight for them? Who? With who?
In the opposition, but that is about to change. We're at
Oh my.
an important juncture in our democracy. That is, we are preparing.
A juncture that not so long ago, the party that you were in, along with the APNU, tried to steal. These people that just come back after ravaging the Guyanese people at the last election with the regulation, come back with plain faces. So Nigel lose Annex Duncan and the other guy. So since them two guys gone, he bring this one. When before now you see Devin Sears in a promotional video or anything in terms of video for Alliance to Change, Devin don't host no program, nothing. So now that the guy who was bringing the LGBTQ votes gone, well, both of them were bringing the LGBTQ votes and the alleged youth votes, because I don't know youths that has followed them too, to bring this one. Right? Now, Devin's job is to bring back the LGBTQ votes. Right? That's his work, to bring those votes back and to capture whatever youths are unaware of what's actually happening in the country. Right? That's Devin's job right now. So because those two guys left, Nigel find work for you.
Preparing to head into an important elections. That's the regional and national elections on Monday, the 1st of September. And we need your help. We need your support to vote the PPP out.
Why they must help you? You didn't help them 2050 to 2020. What was the Devin Sears 2050 to 2020? What did Devin Sears help contribute or suggest to Granger, Harmon, or anybody that changed Linden, transformed Linden in any way, shape, or form? Exactly what you did, Devin Sears, is why y'all were voted out in 2020. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. So to see Devin Sears talking about help vote out the PBP. Why? To put y'all back in there to do what? We all did before? Nothing?
Because the time up. They're doing a set of nonsense.
Billing Road is nonsense. New hospital is nonsense. New school is nonsense. Salary increase is nonsense. Dialysis money is nonsense. The new bridge at Region 3, Region 4 is nonsense. The one this wretch got to cross in Linden, the one that the billing is nonsense. The stadium that the billing in Linden is nonsense, that this boy will go to and look at football game and track and field and them thing. He will go there. He will go there. Yeah, sorry about that. So that's the nonsense Devin Sears is talking about. Right? Your voucher to help you with your health care. That's what he's talking about. The thousands of Guyanese who graduate through gold. That's the set of nonsense he's talking about. The thousands of Guyanese who pass through BIT and the Ministry of Minister Vinaya Prasad's ministries program. I don't like call it WIN because people is talking, people think you're talking, but us and the group. but originally WIN was the name of a program, Women Empowerment and Innovation Network, WIIN, right? That was under Minister Vinaya Prasad and her ministry, and they go and thief the people name, scratch out the I and make it their own.
But I want to encourage you to support my party, the Alliance for Change. And for context,
thank you, because we want to know what the hell you talking about, but support the Alliance for Change. Even the people in the Alliance for Change, you want to support the Alliance for Change. Oh, Devin, it's literally you, Nigel, and David, and Cathy left in there. Well, and Beverly. That's it, Kemraj. That's the crew. Everybody else gone.
it comes with a little bit of history. So I'll take you back to 2005 when Raphael Trotman, who came out of the
Raphael Trotman, the same man who signed the oil deal that didn't know about the 18 million US that make the finance, they didn't tell the finance minister about the 18 million US. And then the same Raphael Trotman who changed the story and tell the finance minister, no, it's a gift. And then the same Raphael Trotman who had the big fancy wedding in the Caribbean there. The Raphael who gets stripped of his portfolio by Granger. You don't manage gas no more. You stick to sandpit and them thing. You focus on the sandpit. You got island gas sets. The Raphael you're talking about, the event. Okay.
People's National Congress Reform, Sheila Holder from the Working People's Alliance, God bless her soul.
I ain't gonna say nothing about Sheila Holder, but I can talk about the party she come from. So what he's doing is giving you history on how the AFC was started. It's either yesterday or the day before. I told y'all, these defectors, some of them, is a sign of weakness. They can't rally in their own party. So they run to some place else so people can be more listen, let me stop. WPA worries by itself. I can leave Sheila Holder alone.
She's an amazing person. I wish if you had the opportunity to meet her. And Kemraj Ramjatan, who came out.
Well, oh gosh. I don't even need to say nothing. Y'all don't know. You don't know. Right? They even makes an assertion here that Kemraj said he came out of the belly of the beast. Right? But I think he was the beast in somebody's belly. And, you use the laxatives and you get it out. You get it out. You pass it out like waste, filth. Pass it out and flush it and let it go. So, Kemraj Ramjatan, the lady that passed away, and Raphael Trotman. So, the lady that passed away, we know nothing about. But we know Kemraj's story. It's not a pretty one neither. Many allegations of the gun license and them kind of thing that people have to go and pay for by Kemraj. A lot of allegations of that. You understand me? Kemraj is the banner who buy 5 drones or some drones. I ain't want to think on the number. Some drones for the Guyana Defense Force that can't even under Kemraj Ramjatan, the Guyana Defense Force buy plane that never fly yet. One of the plane come like a Lego set. You have to fit it back up to get up. A wing that they have, but not a wing that's a engine that's a propeller that's a Legos. And even serious telling people to do what?
To the belly of the beast, as he would joke about the People's Progressive Party, Civic. So the 3 of them.
Thank you, Leslie Mongol. I must add this in. Just yesterday or the day before, we heard from the police where there was I think it was an 80% reduction in major crimes. You know what was Kemraj crime policy or his plan to fight crime? Dog and horse. More dogs and horses. He didn't want to equip the guy in the police force with vehicles and taser and body cam and those kinds of things that are happening now. so that there's more transparency in the operations and the interactions between the Guyana police force and the Guyanese people. He didn't champion that. His solution to crime in the country, dogs and horses, right? When man upon siege, not CG, XR, zigging away from you, we police got them on a horse. Like he a Westward, chasing a man upon the XR. Yeah. That was Cameron's plan.
3 Guyanese visionaries decided to create an
3 visionless Guyanese Devon Sears. 3 visionless Guyanese Devon Sears. You're misspeaking there, brother. 3 visionless Guyanese. Their vision is as impaired as yours. Right? Their vision is as impaired as yours or even more.
alliance, because at that time many Guyanese had had enough of the People's Progressive Party, just like they have had enough now.
They had enough of the People's Progressive Party, according to you. But what happened when Guyanese decided to make a change or vote for change? I remember an election petition was supposed to get submitted for the elections. It didn't get submitted. You understand? So we don't know if y'all actually win the elections really, but the PV let it go. They didn't go on like y'all and hold on to power for months. The PVP let it go, and they allow y'all to show y'all true colors to the Guyanese people, that you had no plan for the Guyanese people.
So they formed this alliance, and oh my goodness, there was a breath of fresh air in this country because the...
Listen, it wasn't a breath of fresh air. It was a stink mouth that just wake up in the morning. It was morning breath. The AFC coming on the scene was morning breath. A stink mouth early in the morning. Oh my God, even. You see how these people misrepresent who going on?
Party give hope to all Guyanese.
What? When? Who Guyanese?
It also fought for equality and justice.
He doesn't tell you how they fought for equality or justice, you know. Any bills the champion in parliament or nothing. He gives you no examples of this championing that they did.
For every single Guyanese at the time. And many Guyanese from all walks of life, race, color, creed, everything, supported the Alliance for Change. And then we went into elections and they did extremely well. And then around 2011 in the elections again.
All right, so I don't want to go through all of this. Devon is at the Lulu banner, right? Again, as I said, his role is to win back the LGBTQ votes that the AFC lost with the departure of Onyx Duncan and the other guy. Honestly, I don't know him. Right? So Devon now is trying to capture those persons in that section of society. Because you remember the guy, the not Onyx, the other guy said that discrimination, they like he, because he is of a sexual preference, right? I don't know how Devon is tolerated if they do that to that guy. Well, I don't understand, but you know what? Good luck, Devon. Good luck. Guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful morning. If you're going into town today, please make sure you stop at Game Express and pick up a iSecure Fireball. Keep your home safe. Keep your home safe. Easy to operate, and you can save life and property, right? Anyway, as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we